Man who lived abroad for 30 years returns home with only 2.9 million naira and unable to finish his house. Well, how can you stay abroad for 30 years? You don't even need to stay for 30 years before things start getting better for you. Probably he misused his money, or probably he doesn't know how to invest or something. You can't be in Lagos you can't live abroad for 30 years and then you have nothing to your name. You have nothing for yourself. You only came back with 2.9 million naira. That one fit be village people though. A man has shared the story of how he and his wife took the decision to relocate home after a long time abroad. The man said he and his family lived in the UK, but they decided to return home and work after 30 years. After 30 years of staying in a place, you decided to come home and do what? They said when they were returning, they had only £1,500. That's 2.9 million naira. And they had not finished their house. You have not finished your house and you came back. So how do you want to finish it now? How do you want to finish it now? Why not hustle more and make sure that you finish the house before you came back? A man moved to the UK where he was hoping to work hard and seek greener pastures for himself and family. And for 30 years, you were unable to have that greener pastures. Why did you stay that long over there? If things were not working for you, why didn't you go back home early enough than waiting for 30 years and then there is nothing to show for it, you and your wife together? It's the village people though. He was living in UK with his wife who worked as a lecturer. They both worked at and bought some properties. However, he said they later sold the properties they bought around 2007 due to the global financial meltdown that happened then. After 30 years of living in UK, they decided to return home. When they were coming home, they had only £1,500, that's 2.9 million naira. Also at the point, they had not finished their house at home and it was in debt, and you carried your bag and you left. Who are your advisors? You left. So what do you want to come and do in Nigeria now? Do you have a job that you're coming back home to fall back on? Do you have a business? You've not finished your house and you're living in debt for 30 years. That one don't pass spiritual problem. When they returned home, they started working to make ends meet, and he said things were very difficult before uncle. We that we are living here gone, things are difficult for us. You now left abroad and came back to Nigeria after spending 30 years there. No. The man praised his wife because she went back to the UK and worked hard enough to help him. I don't understand. He said his wife sent him enough money to finish their house. He's from Ghana and he shared his story with Connect Minds. The video was reposted by Joseph Egabo. Well, because I don't think that there is any Nigerian that would stay abroad for 30 years and then you have nothing to show for it and then you now came back. You've not finished your house, you came back. How do you want? Where shall Ghana? They might have job in Ghana. Ghana is not Nigeria. Maybe Ghana is a little bit better than Nigeria. I don't know, Sha. Atuma Nigeria says everyone asking where to get the wife. The wives are all over, but the bad character of you men and pride will not let you see her. If he was a bad husband, the good in the wife will not see the light. What's this one saying? Augustine Nabila says, touching story, sir. Where can one find a wife like yours today? Because staying with you for over 30 years, you guys came back and then she had to go back to work hard. What happened when you guys were together there working hard? Why were you not able to gather money together to be able to have a good life for yourself, to be able to finish your house and all of that? Why do you have to come back to Nigeria and then your wife now had to go back again and go and be working for you? I don't know. Nana Kodra says, you can dream in UK if you plan well, and especially if you have an understanding and supportive partner. You also have to live modestly and not above your means. He said his wife returned to the UK for money. The same thing the two of you went for, and now you allowed your wife to go back there. The two of you were doing it together before, it was not working, and then you now sent only her there. I don't understand though. At Emilia Bande says, I see a man who totally got his wife involved in everything he has to do. He saw his wife as a helper and not a rival. Okay. Asteji says, I have one, a very supportive one, and I'm so thankful. I pray people find a wife like mine, or that of his man, or that of this man. A wife like yours. I'll give you, says, you are lucky to have a good wife. I took my wife to the UK. We became enemies until I ran away from her and returned back to Africa. I thank God I'm okay in Africa. All right now. Good luck to you people. Good luck to you people. If anyone says, Oga, you're a madman and an enemy of progress, How can you tell her to resign off from a job of 7.5 million naira? That's not what resigned. Not yearly, simply because you have been seeing her in the bedroom. The one you have been seeing her since you married her never do. Can you afford to give her that monthly from yourself? You are talking about something else. Okodasa says the man no sabi hustle. Work wey he go do for weeks or months, e then take am 30 years, exactly 30 years. People are traveling abroad, and in the space of 2 years, let's say maximum 2 years, they are doing something better for themselves. It might not be much, but at least they are living a good life. You stay there for 30 years and you were unable to even finish your house. Yeah. I don't know. Now the first says you should come and invest in real estate. You can make something of it. Ogumoko Adekule says you are lucky to have one of such a woman. They are just six in the whole world. That's a lie. That's a lie. Ngozi Marco says no wise planning. What kind of house were you thinking? You should have got yourself a small thing. I don't know. Keziah Ukbi says in village people they monitor and well because this is obviously village people. 30 good years. 30 years. Do they have children already? I don't know. Nasaride Mudia says, and so what? At least it's still better than many Nigerian people here. And he has something to hold on to. There are millions of Nigerians who have spent more than 40 years here in Nigeria, yet they don't have up to 500,000 naira in their accounts. And this man has spent 30 years in abroad and he has 2.9 million naira. 2.9 million naira, we go finish now. Okay. Kenny Daffy says, sorry if I may ask, they said they sold the property they bought in UK, like, can you imagine? So what did they use the money for? This write-up might not really be true because the wife went back to the UK, they claim he's not favoring them. Do you get? Why did your wife now go back there? If you were not, you didn't achieve anything for 30 years together. So why did you now come back and then your wife now went back to UK? That means probably the man is not doing anything. Because why? If the two of you combine together, you both have a job and you are doing pretty well, I don't think you just be there for 30 years and not achieve anything. And then you came back home with just 2.9 million naira. With this current, you people are in Ghana, so I don't know. With the economic hardship, what do you want to do with 2.9 million naira? And then your wife now went back. I beg. Temita Emmanuel says, wasted years, really wasted years, 30 good years. It is well. It is well. Adewale Daniel says, this story is for the gods, I'm telling you, because it's not adding up. To me, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. So your wife that has gone back there now, when will she come back? How long is she going to work for to make more money, then come back to meet you in Ghana or whatever? I beg my listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.